All right, take two.
All right, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
It's catastrophic and this guy.
You know my name. I don't have to say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who they're here for.
Probably. I mean, if we're being honest, realistically, yeah, probably. I mean, it is what it is. You're an attractive woman. I'm
Also an attractive woman.
also an attractive woman. Is that our air conditioner? I think it now is, but a motorcycle is what it was a second ago.
I think it's slightly the
know.
air conditioner.
Anyways, we're not recording in a treated area or anything, so it's not the best sound quality.
The beginnings of a podcast.
Well, it's just like if we could record in the booth, it's just not big enough. But so we just have all these reflective
Surfaces. Jeez. Learn to talk. Man.
I'm bothered by how I just drink. Like my chin was like.
You're a weirdo.
So I guess we should open up with podcast names.
True, because this is still
There's
technically,
still technically
under
like no
Söze's
intro.
house.
Well, I still like Söze's house. I'm just saying we are the Söze's.
No, we're
I know.
not.
I did 8 episodes by myself. Oh, that means it
I'm
could
not
never be a
attached to
part
that.
of anyone else's.
I'm not attached to that, so I'm not down for that name. And that's just your name.
Well, your nickname doesn't have a last name, so come up with one. We could do the Söze y Rios house.
No.
Casa.
No. I
We
don't.
could get the Latin listeners. Come on. They'll be like, Söze y Rios. I can't.
You're the worst. Anyways, but we're supposed to do.
It's funny because I do those accents perfectly fine, but I was a little nervous. Camera was on. I was like,
It's just a camera. I don't understand why you get bothered by a camera. It's not like people are there. Like, yes, eventually.
I would mind less if people were here. I don't know what it is, but like, I just get weird about being
on camera.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't like it.
I mean, I get it. I feel like
Hold on.
I used to do my YouTube way back when I first started doing it, it was fucking awkward. But I think it was just awkward because I was like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
I'm going to show you guys this tutorial. Look at this. Isn't it pretty? All right, here's how I got to it. Step 1,
Yeah.
I'm a bad bitch, bad bitch. You know, that's the type of music that makeup tutorials always have. It's like, can't be like, fa la 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 la.
I mean, it could.
I mean, it could, but like, it's not. That's really girly. That's not like cool.
Well, there's a lot of YouTubers, like beauty gurus, that their intro is just like.
No, I know there's a lot. But I feel like your vibe just.
My vibe.
Yeah,
more.
Your vibe just. It's more like, I'm in your fucking face, bitch.
That's true.
It is.
If
if I turned a video, not even aggressive, but just like.
It's like an aggressively playful vibe.
Yeah.
Playfully aggressive.
Yeah. It's swag. It's flavor.
Swaggy.
Hoopla, whatever the kids are saying nowadays. But yeah, I feel like if a thing came on and it was like, fa la 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 la, welcome to Fairy Katie's Forest of Makeup, I'd just be like, I don't like that. I'm not into that as well. So like if that was your personality,
I could have had a soft intro just because my name was catastrophic. That's
true. If it was like, la 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 la, what's up? I'm catastrophic.
I know. That doesn't flow.
I mean, that'd be a good juxtaposition.
Good word.
We should do
word of the day.
Wow,
we could start that now.
That's a great idea. Juxtaposition. All right, let me show you. Let's show you. Where's the?
I mean,
here we go.
I've heard you say that a couple times, but
Spell it.
I still
take it.
I still just am
wait. I typed it out. Now spell it. Okay. First of all, we're gonna do spelling bee. Spell juxtaposition.
Juxtaposition. JUXTAPOSITION. Juxtaposition.
Wow. And I didn't even have to use it in a sentence. I'm so proud of you.
Damn, I forgot I could have asked that.
Well, I mean, it's not a real spelling bee, so like I could have said no. Yeah, this isn't like sanctioned by the state or anything.
It should be. I still
That
want
would
to
be
be
cool.
in a spelling bee. That was always my dream when I was young, but I could never do it just because
Katie.
I'm horrible at spelling.
We can do a montage real quick of you just like spelling words and like
Spelling
lifting
words
letters.
incorrectly.
Yeah, like practicing cursive just to like, see, I am the tiger. And you're just like fucking just writing. I
And
like,
then I finally make it to the spelling
and
bee
then at the
out
end,
in the first round.
First round. They're
Out.
like, spell hippopotamus.
I'll be like, thank you for having
You'd
me.
be like, that's not a real word. And they'll be like, the door is that way, miss.
I can't even spell hippopotamus.
Well, hippopotamus. Oh. Well, hippopotamuscus is what I said isn't a word.
Well, I just figured you were being funny and you meant hippopotamus.
No, I actually fucked that up. I started saying hippopotamus, and then I was like, that's not that tough of a word.
Juxtaposition, noun. The fact of two things being seen or placed close together with contrasting effect.
Contrasting. I guess you could say that word that way. That's not how you say it.
Contrasting?
Contrasting.
Contrasting?
Contrasting. For something to contrast, it doesn't contrast.
You can say it either way.
No, you
It's
can't.
like coupon, coupon.
No. There are words you can say either way. Not every word.
I mean, any word, you
No.
can say it any way you pronounce
For
it.
things to contrast, they can't contrast. That's contract. That's a different. Yeah.
But I'm saying contrast,
Yeah.
contrast.
That's like if your grandma was like, "Can you call me an ubber?" You were like,
That's not the
"What?"
same thing.
And she was like, "An ubber, you know the cars?" And you were like, "Do you mean Uber, you stupid old lady?"
Well, that's rude.
I don't talk to my grandma like that.
You don't talk to her at all.
That is not true.
I'm kidding.
I was supposed to take her out to lunch this weekend, and I totally forgot. I'm just being honest.
You're the
Also, I'm just like obviously.
Well, you can't remember shit.
Yeah, I
so
mean, I'm just-
That makes sense.
Yeah, I needed to write it down, and I didn't. I mean, to be fair, we didn't have it set in stone, so it's not like I just bailed on her. But I was like, I'll call you next week, and we'll set something up for the weekend. And then I just totally forgot. But I'll call her.
You'll get around to
I mean,
it.
not today or tomorrow, because I'm running behind. I'm just not good at. Like, I gave myself an extra week, and I still.
I'm not sure how you're still behind on things.
Well, I think a big part of it is I've been working on the stuff that I was behind on still. And so every new project ends up falling behind a little bit. Like, I get it done on time. It's just I get it done last second because I'm working.
Do you work at one project at a time? Or do you work on multiple projects at a time?
I mean...
Because it's more... Well, it's been shown that it's better to work on one project at a time. And it's more...
Yeah. I mean...
You'll get things done.
Yeah,
but if you're going like
that's pretty
back
much
and
what
forth,
I do. It's just that...
Well...
It's a
I feel
complicated...
like you go back and forth all the time.
No. The one thing I'll do is I might take a break from one project, especially because with music, here's why that study doesn't work, is to a certain extent. Well, that's
I'm
why
not
you...
sure it pertains to
Yeah, well,
people
you use
doing
like reference
music.
mixes and stuff like that, but your ears, like I was saying yesterday, will adjust. So, like, even if I'm listening to, like, even if I had a shitty mix, if I listen to it 100 times, I'll be like, no, it sounds right. But then I listen to an actual professional song and you're like, oh, no, it doesn't. It sounds like shit. But because you get used to it, your ears adapt really quick. So that's like, you might be like, oh, this sounds really good, which is often what can happen when you're mixing, you know. I mean, not all the time, but it does happen. You're like, oh, this sounds really good. And then you play it next to a reference track, so a professional song of similar, or even one of my old songs, and I'll be like, oh, it's muffled as shit. It was like the song I was showing you yesterday. I'm like, it's just not bright enough. But, like, it sounds bright enough after I've heard it over and over because, one, I know the words, I wrote it. Two, I'm not having to listen to what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying, so it's very easy for me to discern it.
Yeah.
But no, I'm almost caught up. I have 1.5 more songs before King Verbal is caught up.
Wow.
I know.
Proud of you.
Well, I had to redo the entire verse and chorus to that last song because
That's true.
I'm just...
Well, I believe in you that
Wow.
you will get caught up and then fall behind on something else.
That's all I ask for. Is just know that I will catch up. That way I can fall behind again. Because if I don't catch up, then I'm just always behind. But as long as I catch up, I'm like, oh, I fell behind again, but it's cool because I will catch up.
Once.
I catch up before
least
I catch
eventually.
up on time. All of my shit gets put out on time. It's just, I'm redoing the entire King Verbal album. Anyways, people don't want to hear about this shit. Or do they? They don't.
Anyways, back to podcast names.
Well, the spelling bee. We should do a word of a day.
Okay.
But
so
we should
today-
also do whenever like a big word, because we're dumb, is said, and we're like, ooh, nice word. We should put up like a pointer on the show, like ding.
I said that last
Well,
time.
you said
and
every
you said
time
it
we
would
make a
be-
mistake, which I think we could do that too. I think we could do like who.
Because it happens with you all the time,
Oh.
clearly.
Whatever, it's already on. Well, I mean, we could do like a point system and be like, who won this episode? Like, who had the better words? Who had the most screw ups? Just because that's just a common theme in our relationship is
You fucking words up.
me fucking words up, but you also just like saying words that aren't words. Yeah, like I'll stumble over a word, but you'll be like, if you contrast that.
That's not saying...
Contrast is not.
That's just
I know.
pronouncing a word
I couldn't
a
think
different
of a
way.
good example.
I know what you mean. I
Yeah,
do just
yeah.
say words, and I'm like, oh, that's not a word.
We're live right now, Katie. I can't.
What was the word I said last night? It was ab.
Oh, you said you tried to say
Normalities,
abnormalities,
but I said
and you said abmoralities or like something like that. It sounded like foreign food. I was like, ooh, like bolognese, which isn't bolognese, which I always thought it was.
Bolognese.
Well, I thought it was like bolognese, like bologna, but bolognese, like a bowl of knees. Yeah, like a bunch of patellas. Just what was I doing? Oh yeah, we should do that. It'll take a bit more effort, but I think it'll be entertaining. It'll add a level of sophistication and culture.
Wow.
Okay.
Brr.
I'm sorry for doing that in the mic. I just went. That's fucking annoying. But yeah, about naming the podcast.
So I want to see your list of names. Where
I'm not showing them. We'll
You're
read them
not?
off. I have mine memorized.
You're such a bullshitter. You didn't do a list. I have an
I
actual...
definitely have a list.
I have an actual list here.
Katie, everything's up here, baby. I'm like a computer.
Good
I remember
comparison.
everything. I know. I was like, I'm like a, I don't got anything smooth to say. Yeah. I feel like that's why, like realistically, I've never been the type of person to approach women. Like,
Because you suck at talking.
well, not. First of all, motherfucker.
To be
Earlier this day, you acknowledged that I'm great at talking in the same conversation that you said you don't think I'm intelligent.
I said that, and that sounds bad, but
Yeah.
I didn't mean
Yeah.
it in that way.
No. Hold on. Check this out. Hold on. No, let's
What-
not lie to the people.
what-
We're sitting at lunch. We're sitting at lunch, and I'm like, one of my worst fears is like the way I see myself. Because I feel like for the most part, I'm pretty honest with myself, and I'm quick to realize when I'm not. I think. But my worst fear is I think I'm doing things right, and the world's like, oh no, dude, you suck. Like you're dumb. Blah, blah. And you go, I swear to God, she goes, she goes, well, I don't think you're intelligent. I just think you're good at talking. Don't even say anything. No. Just let that
I
sit.
100% said that. But what I meant to say is
Uh-huh.
that I don't think you're as intelligent as you think you are. Because like I said, you're a good talker and you say a lot of things. You talk really fast. You say a lot
want you- hold
say
on.
a lot of facts, and then at the very end you're
I
all
don't
like,
say
well,
facts. I don't say facts.
I say this
No,
because
no.
you'll say things, and then at the very end, you're like,
No.
oh, well, I don't actually know.
No, silence. I will not stand for this. I am being misrepresented.
That's 100%.
That is not true. What I will say is you will ask me a question as you do about everything. You'll be like, how is paint made? And I'm like, I don't know. Why are you asking me? You'll be like, I thought maybe you'd know. But then when I do it to you, you're like, why would I know that, stupid? Anyways, what you also just said, by the way, is I don't think you're as smart as you think you are. Meaning, I think you're dumber than you think you are smart. Oh my god,
See,
I
that
lost
was
that
a
one.
dumb comment.
No. I'm serious. I have somewhere to go with that. Hold on. I think you're dumber than you think you are. Yeah, I tried to make it too complex.
I didn't say that.
You just said I think you are dumber than you think you are.
I didn't say that.
If I'm not as
I didn't
smart
say
as I
that.
think I am, then I must be dumber than I think I am.
You're wrong. I didn't say that. Anyways, back
Hold on.
to
No. I am insulted.
You know what? Let's just leave that in the past.
It was 6 hours ago.
That was the past.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
is true.
you go
Remember
first.
when you said, well, the future, you can't know if things work out till they work out. Or what did you say? You said you won't know if things are resolved until they're resolved. You were like, that's how the
Resolving
future
things
works. Or whatever. Yeah. Brain champ.
Just a couple of dummies on a podcast.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think.
Oh, we can add that to the list. A couple of dummies on a podcast.
No, just a couple of. Why are you writing a novel? A couple of dummies. Jesus, I'm afraid to see what you're about to show me. You're like section 1, paragraph A, subsection D.
Fucking pen doesn't work.
Oh, normally I have a pen here, but I moved it because I knew that you were going to need one.
A couple. Okay, on a podcast. I'll just put
No, just a couple of dummies.
That works. Okay, you go first.
No.
Come
You
on.
go first.
Let's hear about all that stuff in that computer mind of yours. Let me hear the list. Go.
Okay.
We'll go back and forth. You do one.
I know I said this as a joke, but oh, what? Damn it. Okay, my memory is bad. What did I say? I said 2 chalupas.
2 chalupas.
2 chalupas. I just think it sounds funny.
It sounds
and plus
funny,
people,
but the reason that doesn't work is because you're not Mexican.
That's the joke. If they're like, why is it called 2 chalupas? Like, I'm like, oh, because,
So many noises.
there's so many
going
noises.
on.
They're like, why is it called 2 chalupas? I'm like, well, I mean, I feel like it's kind of obvious. And they're like, well, I mean, you're not Mexican. And I'll be like, I know.
Well, they don't
That's
know
why it's
you're not
called-
Mexican. It's kind of wrong for someone to assume your nationality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Chinese and Algerian. Fucking say otherwise. Like that wink. I felt weird about it. I winked at a camera. My brain was like cringy or funny. I guess it depends on if whoever's watching it likes me or hates. You know what's funny? If we get big, there will be some people who are like, I love Catastrophic. I cannot fucking stand Kaiser Söze. And there will be some people who will be like, I love Kaiser Söze, but I cannot like.
Or they'll be like, but I love Catastrophic so much more.
I mean, probably not. I'm the one dropping all these fucking fire jokes like computer brain and...
You know,
You're about to insult me. That's why you stopped. Wow.
okay.
All right, what's your first? I got 2 chalupas. I'm dead. I think it sounds 2 chalupas. Our cover art could just be like our arms and our
chalupas?
heads, but our bodies are chalupas. Like the Bitmojis, but our bodies are chalupas. And we could get sponsored by Taco Bell. Tell me you don't want a girl. Hey.
Oh, hey, yeah, we can get sponsored by Taco Bell.
Yeah.
We can get, like, fucking flown out to... Where's
Taco Bell Land.
No, the Taco Bell Resort.
Oh, in Las Vegas?
Is that in Vegas? Or
Yeah,
is
where
it
they have the
in,
slushies, the alcohol slushies.
What's it called?
It's in Vegas. I don't need to know the other place. It's in
No,
Vegas.
not the... No, there's a Taco Bell cantina in Vegas that has the slushies, but there is a resort, and
They
I'm
have
pretty
a Taco Bell
a
resort.
resort. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
where they only serve... That's right, you were telling me about that.
No, it's 100% just Taco
No,
Bell.
I know. Where they serve Taco Bell.
Not really.
Well, it's very
all
nice Taco Bell.
All the stuff on the menu, or at least from when I watched, because I watched, I think, Jeffree Star when he got invited there. But it was like all these bougie fucking things. But I'm pretty sure it's in, I think it's in
there's
Palm
my computer
Springs.
brain. Palm Springs. I'm not going back there.
I liked it in Palm Springs.
I
I
liked
like the desert.
I like the fucking desert.
I like the desert.
Yeah.
Anyways, my turn.
Okay. All right. Okay. Everyone, shut the fuck up.
Okay. So, and I told you the first two are going to be ones that you already heard, but everyone else hasn't heard.
Fine.
My last brain cell.
I like
Which,
the
like,
premise.
could be good, or
It just sounds a little clunky. Like I wanted to name a podcast a couple of years ago, stumbling around in the dark, and just be like a memoir to my 20s. Just be like,
Huh.
yeah.
Huh.
We'll just have it be like talking about like how I don't know what the fuck's going on, and like I think I figured things out, but like what if in 10 years I'm like, wow, that was actually what a moron. I can't believe I thought that's how I should act, or which is probably gonna happen.
Well, that's how you feel about how you were like 4 years ago.
I know, but your early 20s, mid 20s is when you truly start to grow up. Or do you?
I mean, I grew up
Looked
at
at
what?
that camera like that
Like
shit.
6?
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You grow up in your 20s.
Took a bit.
Yeah.
Took a bit. Okay, that was my first one. Now you go.
If you were going to read me two that I'd already seen, you
Okay.
should have.
Do you want me to say the other one?
Yeah.
My unpopular opinion.
I think we should just call it unpopular opinions, an opinion piece.
Opinion piece.
An opinion piece. That's a type of journalism. Like, my unpopular opinion,
My
an opinion piece.
opinions. Unpopular opinions. Well,
An opinion piece.
Don't look at my stuff. Opinion. Oh,
I feel like you spelled that wrong. I'm just going to throw that out there.
opinion piece. Piece.
What comes first, the I or the E?
I before E.
Trick question, Katie. No one knows.
Except
You just
after
guess every
C.
time.
No.
That's not a real rule, because that's sometimes isn't. It's like I before E, except after C, and sometimes before V.
No, and sometimes I forget what the other.
But
half
that's what
of
I
that
mean.
is.
Like, why are the rules in English like 34 fucking different sayings like wrapped into? It's like It's like a
just
fucking
dumb.
maze.
I don't know.
That's
Okay.
why I'm learning Cantonese or Mandarin. That's what I meant. That's the hard one.
Say hello in Mandarin.
Hello in Mandarin. Wow.
Wow, that was great.
Yeah, your dad probably likes that one. Unless he's dead or I don't know.
Why would you ever say that?
My dad almost died.
Dad?
My dad? No, not your dad.
Oh, I thought
no,
you were
I
talking
just
about
meant
my dad.
whoever's watching's
Don't ever
dad.
talk about Frank like that.
Whoa, don't say his name. And also, I didn't mean if your dad is dead. I mean, he doesn't care. He's dead. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Our condolences. This is why everyone will like me and be like, Kaiser Söze is a fucking asshole.
That's my whole shtick. Is like,
Is
you
it a
love to hate
shtick?
me. No. By shtick, I mean personality.
It's your personality.
Yeah.
Unlikable.
Yeah. People are like, I don't like him, but I'm intrigued. Right? Like, I don't necessarily enjoy his company, but it's it's entertaining. Right?
Yeah.
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 Wow, that's how you describe me? That's fucked up.
That's how you described
Wow,
yourself.
I think you nailed it.
You
yeah.
described yourself. I just agreed.
Anyways, our condolences. That was really loud. I shouldn't have done that.
Your turn.
All right. Option number dos. Two amigos with benefits.
Whoa.
Friends with benefits
Whoa.
that are also in a relationship.
That's
Just
too
in case
long.
people get any ideas about her DMs. I'm not expecting people to be like sliding into my DMs like, oh, so I heard. Also, why they got a deep voice? They're like, yo, I heard.
Well, to be fair, you're very popular with the men.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know what it is. Like 7 girls throughout my life have been like, oh, you're kind of cute. And then like 400 men have been like, you can knock on my door anytime. And I'm like, excuse me, sir. And they're like, for like emergencies, you fucking weirdo. Not every gay man likes you.
That's true.
That's true.
You're
I
not
feel like
everyone's cup of tea.
I will say with gay men, they either, I feel like, love me or
Hate you.
yeah, like just upon looking at me. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I look like an asshole.
Probably.
And so you're either into assholes.
I think they're very into assholes.
Bam.
10 out of 10.
Ah,
Into assholes.
Yeah. I bet you not 10 out of 10.
They're not into the butthole.
No. I mean, are you into the butthole if you're the bottom? I don't think you're in. Well, I guess you are because you like the feeling.
Of stuff in your bottom.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You are into. So 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I didn't even mean to say that way. But I'm glad I did. Yeah. But like with people in general, some people are like, oh, I love assholes who talk shit about everything, you know. And then you either love that behavior or you're like, I can't fucking stand. It's like people who are super positive and upbeat nonstop. It's like, I want to kill you because your joy hurts me. No. Not
draining.
Yeah, it's just
It's
like,
I
oh.
can be positive from like time to time.
You know me, I'm a positive
like,
person.
100%
in
of
the
the
grand
time
scheme.
it's like,
Yeah. Well, in the grand scheme, if you're positive, that's good. I'm positive in the grand scheme. But if you're like, oh, like we had a girl who worked at Starbucks. She was very nice, like
Oh.
years ago.
say her name.
Missy, I think. She was always very nice, but she was super upbeat, and I was like, good for you, girl, because like you seem to be enjoying life. Like that's great. But like for me, we're gonna work the hell out of this shift.
Oh, one of those.
She just had like that type of positivity.
Positivity. I feel like people like that, and this is kind of fucked up for me to say, but I'm like,
They're hiding something.
Not that. Like,
I
I
don't
just
trust
hope
them. They've got
because
a
you're
body.
so upbeat and like, oh, life is so great. I'm so happy. Like, I'm just like, I hope someone breaks into your car. Just so that
Well, that's fucked up. I just said you go, girl.
You just sprinkle in a little bit of
Well, here's the thing.
negativity
I
into
think-
their life
I think
and see
those
if they're still
people who are-
positive.
Those people who are positive have negativity. That's probably a large part. Like some people take negativity one way. They become self-deprecating or they become super positive. They're the same people who make like dream boards and things like that, which like I support visualization. But like
I like the idea of
Yeah,
that, but
I like the idea.
But I'm also very negative, so I'm like, I'm not gonna make that shit
Yeah.
because I'm probably not gonna make any of it happen.
well,
So I'm like, fuck
we're
a dream
unraveling
board.
a lot of issues with you right now. You're like, I hope someone just like stabs them in the ribs and shits on their dream
Nothing
board because they'll
violent,
never.
just something that's a little bit of an inconvenience, where it's like,
I mean,
fuck.
breaking into your car is pretty like. That's a pretty big inconvenience because I find if it happens once, unless you leave the area, probably gonna happen again. Unless if you live in a very nice area and it happens, maybe that was a fluke. But like,
Yeah,
we've had our cars broken into, what, 4 times now?
once.
Well, the second
I had my window broken once.
Me too. And then we
And
had someone just go through our car
Yeah, one
because
person
we
went
fucking
through my
left it
car.
unlocked. But that's still, I know that's not breaking into a car. It's the same thing. You're trying to steal people's shit. It's not
I'd
yours.
still shoot someone.
I won't say whether I would or wouldn't for legal purposes. But you know me, after that thing happened, I was like, I should get those sensors and then like
And
go
then you
out
never
there.
bought them.
Well, yeah, because realistically, like,
You're all talk. Or you most likely just forgot about that.
well, they're also expensive.
I thought you said they were like $10.
No. Like the motion sensor was, but I was looking into like that actual camera because like the motion
Oh.
sensor, yeah, it might scare someone away, but like my brain, yeah, it's also partially fantastical because like I'm not gonna do this to someone, but I was like, I'll have the camera, right? It won't set off an alarm. It'll just beep my phone. I'll go out there with the bat. I'll break their fucking legs. I hate thieves. If you steal from a store, I still don't like it, but like whatever. But like
When you steal from people,
When
it's
you-
just like,
especially because I mean technically someone didn't break into my car, but they broke into my car the first time. Someone went through my car the second time, and then someone sawed off my fucking
That's fucked up.
What was it? My catalytic
Catalytic,
converter. Yeah,
yeah.
not took it off, sawed it off. So I have to get pieces welded back onto the car. You can just take those on and off with screws. Like, yeah, it's a little bit slower, but if you would have just taken it off that way, I could have replaced it myself for hella cheap.
Trying to think what in. Oh yeah, when my car got broken into, they took my fucking sunglasses
And your
that I had
GPS?
just bought, and then not that I used it, but it's my fucking shit. Yeah, they took my GPS.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, and look, real talk, especially because we know where we're at, it's just junkies. Like, it's just shitty people.
yeah,
Like, more than likely, like, in my experience. Because also, again, steal some food from a store or even clothes or shit like that, whatever. But don't break into my car. Like, real talk, and it's not good. Stores have shrink to think of. They already consider the fact that people are going to steal from them. I'm not supporting it.
yeah.
But, like, when you steal from me and break my shit, too, like, well, for me, they got nothing. I don't keep shit in my car. They just tore everything up real quick looking for shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but now, so you got nothing out of it, and I have to pay, you know, was it like 150, 200 or something for a window? Something like that.
Did you?
I think so.
I don't even remember you fixing the window.
Oh, no. I was
Didn't
going to have
Steve
to.
fix
Me
it
and
for you?
Steve fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was only like 40, 50 bucks. But that was still a whole day of going around to the junkyard, finding a window, popping it off of there, getting it and putting it back in, which is just a pain in the ass. Took
Yeah.
a day of working away from me, yada yada. Anyways,
Anyways, next one.
two amigos, friends with benefits, put in a relationship. That was my number 2, so you're on number 3.
That's too long. I mean, I
No,
like
no.
two amigos
I know.
with
I just
benefits. What was the other one?
2 amigos with benefits. Well, I just added the actually in a relationship because we're not really friends with benefits. I mean, we are friends, and there are, you know, benefits to the friendship. But
Anyways, vanilla sex.
I know what you're referencing, but none of these people know what you're referencing. So I think you mean Caucasian sex. That's what
Caucasian
it's not
sex.
vanilla sex. The reference is Caucasian.
Vanilla sex is funny, but Caucasian sex, that's funny.
Vanilla sex sounds still, it could be sexy. Vanilla sex, just vanilla. It sound, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
could be Caucasian sex. It's just
Caucasian sex.
Caucasian sex. That was from that Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight.
All we have is boring Caucasian sex. I was like, well, you guys aren't the 2 most Caucasian people I've ever seen in my life, so it kind of makes sense.
That's true. His
Yeah.
body literally looked like a bottle of glue.
Well, they had a very gluey whole thing about both of them.
They're
Like,
very
they were very
soft.
and
They were so dysfunctional.
and pale, but the same type of pale. Like, and I have it too. I hate it.
Translucent pale.
Well, no, not even. Like we talked about. I feel like if you're pale and you have a pink undertone, the pink undertone itself like washes you out, but also like it makes you look like you're flustered because you have all these pink highlights. Like I have it. I have fucking pink fucking undertone, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
But like Irish people, a lot of times they're like white pale. Like they don't have like a bright pink rosy complexion. Just as naturally as whatever ethnicity that comes from. I feel like, at least, not that I've seen a whole lot of Irish people. I might have made that up.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm glad you admitted that.
I mean, to be fair, I'm talking more about like white, like super white models with red hair. So I'm like, they're Irish.
Gotta be.
But also those are probably
You like
altered.
that? Caucasian sex?
I mean, no. I think it's funny, but I don't want to be like the representation of me out there. 'Cause you know what I mean? Like, I fuck like a thug.
It's true. You fuck like a champ.
Shams here. Bow. I almost broke this chair. Bow.
Mocha vanilla swirl.
Fine, but I get to be mocha.
Okay.
Okay.
This one's my favorite.
Oh boy, a lot of pressure. Drum roll. I don't want to actually make noise; it'll mess up. So here we go.
At first, I put it as unseasoned chicken, but
You're representing that. Everyone is gonna think these things are about me.
I changed it to unseasoned boil.
Unseasoned foil.
Pollo.
Pollo.
I like unseasoned chicken. I don't know how to create a name that
First of
doesn't
all,
either
make fun of me.
highlight that I'm Mexican or that you're
Well, no.
white.
I don't care about the highlighting that you're Mexican. You're not highlighting me as white. You're calling me unseasoned. First of all, I got bars. Right? Maybe. No.
I guess.
I think I got bars. You know.
You don't like that? Do you like that? I thought it was funny.
No, it's
No?
funny,
Okay.
but I don't want that to be
Man, I
like
really thought we had a winner
check it
there.
out, because here's the cover art. It'd be like
It's the chicken cutlet.
just a chicken leg, but just like white, just like maybe with a little bit of pink, uncooked, just like ugh. Like chicken's not sexy before it's cooked. Steak, that nice red, the marbling, you're like, ooh, that's sexy. Chicken looks like Caucasian sex, and I don't want to be
Chicken
known
can
for
be
that.
Sexy. You remember that
That chicken we had today, that was good, but that's
No.
not sexy.
Do you,
Once
it
it's
wasn't.
grilled,
It wasn't a chicken. You remember? You know, every Thanksgiving that rolls around, they
Yeah,
have
every year.
that. They have that video that comes out. It's always a turkey, but it's like dancing and like.
That's not a chicken. You know that, right? That's turkey.
I literally said it's not even a chicken. It's a turkey, but
Yeah, that's a completely different meat.
it's a sexy piece of meat.
Yeah,
It's a
turkey has
twerking turkey.
twerking turkey. Oh, I can't.
Do you remember that video though?
No.
Look it up. Twerking turkey.
It's gonna
I don't know
up
if
in
that's-
It's gonna pop up in my Google, and people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is Kaiser into?"
Twerking turkey.
Twerking turkeys.
See right there.
All right. let's see.
Twerky. It's called Twerky. We should name ourselves Twerky.
When you get any meat.
Taco Bell.
Oh, you know what I just realized? It's not recording audio, so they're just gonna see the video. So they didn't hear the voiceover. Yeah. Ooh, that's a.
The world.
That looks bland as even that. Even turkey's just. Oh shit. Oh, this beat
know-
is trash.
I know.
I
It's usually way better than
What?
this. You never seen this though? I think was it Twerky 2?
this was a commercial.
No, this wasn't a commercial. This was just something like I always saw it on like social media or some shit.
Oh, its ass is about to fall out. Like, you know, the craziest part is we all know we've seen videos where you're like, yeah, this is that bitch that was. She looked like a turkey.
Yeah.
This is like the most basic of trap beats.
Happy holidays.
Bruh. I don't. Oh, there's a. Oh, snap.
Oh,
Oh.
damn.
Champagne room. Yeah, I guess. That looks like gravy. It is
That is
gravy.
gravy,
I'm a moron. Well, it's a champagne bottle, so I was like, is there more? Oh.
gift to you from Joel something.
I think that, like, the second part was
Aaron.
a gift, maybe. Or I don't know. I don't like the splattering white shit at the end, too.
What was the splattering? I think it was just.
I think it was just his, like, logo, like, paint dripping. But, like, twerking turkey, it's getting basted, and then
gross.
Ocean Men.
Semen.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that was a thing. Thank you for showing me that.
I feel like this is going. I like how this never stays on one fucking topic.
Well, can you imagine talking about one topic? That's called a debate, or like, we're not giving a thesis on like a subject. I mean, we could bust out the hour-long fucking twerking turkey topic. conversation, but that's just how conversation goes. However, that shit was whack, 100%. That. I mean, it was interesting,
To be
but it was
fair,
also like that twerky.
his
That
name is
twerky,
Twerky.
that twerky had a lot of motion because it's CGI, but it wasn't putting in the proper amount of work to get that bounce. I'm just being honest. It was like, and it was like, bow, bow, bow. That's not how an ass moves.
Maybe a fake ass.
No, you still
Maybe
have
it's
to
just
provide
out of
the
control.
bow. You see that? Yeah, you gotta work it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you work it. For all you, I was gonna say kids out there, but that sounds weird. And then you'd be teaching kids how to twerk. Also,
So I said a bunch of.
oh, okay.
You said what? Like 2 of them?
I said 2 of them, and number 3 is the lights are on, but no one's home. That's fair. I just pulled that from a song I put out a while ago, or a flex. The pants have the pants have pockets podcast.
The pants have pockets. Pants with pockets.
Pants with pockets.
Pocket pants.
Pockets
Pocket
with
pussy.
pants. Pussy pants.
Hot pocket topic.
Hot pussy pocket topic. Hot pussy pocket. The pussy pocket. You know, when girls got they're like my 600-pound life, and they've got the kangaroo.
That's so mean.
No.
I know what you're
There's a
talking
TikTok.
about.
No. There's a TikTok where a girl literally talks about her pussy pocket, or I forget what she calls it.
Pussy pouch?
Pussy pouch, whatever. And she's like, it's great. I could tuck my phone in there. I could put a snack down there for later.
I mean,
I didn't make it up. I'm not being mean. She made a TikTok.
okay. I mean, if she said it, then it's like,
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a pussy, so, I keep opinions about pussy to myself.
good. We should just call this Untitled.
I have a song called Entitled.
Wow.
You'll be like, wow, so that's just your thing. So that's just, you'll Drew Barrymore. So that's just your thing.
Dang. Is that your impression?
Yeah, that was my Drew Barrymore impression.
That was pretty good.
I've been working on it for 7 seconds, so I thought it was pretty good.
So far, I don't think any of those names are good.
Any of my names? You like
I mean,
Two
I
Amigos with Benefits. Ben Amigos.
Yeah.
To be fair, most of the names that I could think of were just corny radio names. That's why I was like Söze's house, cool. I was like, wow, I thought of that real quick. It fits in.
You thought of that real quick because you were thinking of your mom's house.
No,
So that's not real original.
not true. Well, first of all, plenty of things have blank house in front of it. Run's house. That was a show before your mom's. Yeah. There's a bunch of.
I get it.
I just thought of it.
Which means it's not original.
No. It was an original thought. I was just like, oh, Söze's house. Yeah, guess what? You're not going to think of anything that's never been said before.
Maybe something with chalupa. Chalupa meal.
Those chalupas.
Chalupa deluxe.
Chalupa deluxe. Is chalupa copyrighted, though? I don't know if that's an actual dish or just something Taco Bell calls their type of taco. I think it's a deep fried taco.
I don't know. I've never had one.
We should go get a
chalupa.
chalupa. They're so good.
I've heard they're good. My dad really likes chalupas.
Ooh, chalupa. It's even kind of sexy, chalupa deluxe. Welcome to the podcast. Wow, chalupa deluxe, lux. Wow, did I just write our intro? Wow.
I would like for someone to do our intro with a super deep voice.
Like a voiceover?
Yeah.
Welcome to
Do we know anyone with a deep voice?
me right here.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh, it better be what you're looking for.
Nah. I don't think we know anyone with deep voice.
I mean, not like an abnormally deep voice.
Brian has a really deep voice.
Brian has a deep voice, but I don't think it's like a voiceover type deep voice. Like Ryan has a deep voice. I mean, when he's not fucking elevated, just. But like, there's a difference between a deep voice and like a welcome this summer, like a voiceover artist. Artist? I don't know. Sure.
I think it's or actor.
Voiceover actor?
Yeah, it's called an actor.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be better for us to do it and like put together like a funny like Chalupa Deluxe, and you're like Chalupa, 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 Lux, and then we just like throw it all together. I throw a bar. I'm just like, yeah, Chalupa Deluxe, where we make the bucks. I used to work at Bucks, never played for the Bucks. I just rhyme bucks with bucks. What the fucks? Those are bars you won't get anywhere else besides that Chalupa Deluxe.
Chalupa Deluxe.
Chalupa Deluxe. How do you say deluxe in Spanish?
I don't know.
We could make up how to say it so it sounds like Chalupa Deluxeo, and people be like, that's not Spanish. We'd be like, we didn't say it was Spanish. Why did you assume it was Spanish? Maybe you're the problem.
You're the problem.
Yeah, you ever think about that? When you're pointing at me, 3 fingers pointing back at you, and one up at God. That's a gun.
You're wrong.
What are you doing?
So all my fingers are pointed at you.
No, you still got one up at God. I like Chalupa Deluxe. It's just like, what the fuck?
Chalupa Deluxe. Yeah, it's very like...
Chalupa Deluxe. And we could be Dos Gatos. 2 cats.
Chalupa
2 cool
Supreme.
cats. How you... Ooh. It could be 2 chalupas, and I could be Deluxe, and you could be Supreme, or vice versa. Nah, that's too much. I'm doing too much.
I like 2 chalupas. Because you also look
I said
like,
that-
if I looked at you, you're like, that could be some type of Hispanic.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I look like a chalupa.
Well, that too.
Delicious.
You're a bit puffy. Ooh.
I
I'm
am
kidding.
not.
You're skinny. Skinny legend.
2 chalupas.
2 chalupas.
And then we can have like a Deluxe and a Supreme. Like we throw out, we hit the button and it's like, oh, Chalupa's Deluxe, Chalupa Deluxe. And then we do like, it's time for the Chalupa Deluxe portion. And we just show like dope shit. Like,
Dope shit.
like just like, yo, that shit right there. It's only one. It's only. Fuck. There's only one. Ding, ding,
You'd
ding,
be
ding,
terrible
ding.
on the radio.
There's only one word to describe it. Deluxe. Wow, that was a
Wah,
good.
wah,
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. And then be like, oh shit.
Well, at least with
What
the
we've
name,
got up today is the scooter skateboard.
the scooter skateboard.
Well, that's where we'll do our advertisements. We'll just be like, our commercials are like over the top. We're like, oh, instead of being like, well, it's time for the advertisements portions, or like, check out these. We're like, yo, check out the I don't know what I'm doing. I just
You're
keep
just
going.
really going.
Yeah, I kept going. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it was funny at first, so I was like, keep going, and then I was like,
Well,
no,
you
it was
always
just
go
the.
a little.
I don't
too far.
always. I don't always. I don't. I just like, if you were digging in the ground and then you found gold, would you just stop there, or would you be like, oh, let me keep digging, see if there's any more gold around here? Because there was gold, so I might as well see.
Well, even then, there's a certain point where you've gone too far.
Yes,
and then
and
it's
that's
a
when
waste. Because it's like you've
And
wasted
that's
all
where
this
I
time
go,
digging, and it's like, there's no gold here.
The only way to find out there's no gold there is to continue digging. And at a certain point, you go, okay, I've adequately dug around the perimeter, checked, I know there's no gold here, so I admit this is where I'm calling it. I should have called it earlier, but I had to know for sure. Chalupa Deluxe. Sounds kind of sexy too, like.
Chalupa Deluxe.
Chalupa Deluxe. Why are you doing the woman's voice? Is he doing the thing with his hands where he talks to himself again? I'm putting too much of my personality on this.
Yeah, reel it back. No one wants to see that
I
shit.
know. People, Catastrophic's cool, but he's kind of weird. Yeah. Oh, it's 2 chalupas, not Chalupa Deluxe. Okay.
Two
All right.
chalupas.
2 chalupas. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna come up with 3 options, and we're gonna post it on both of our stories, and see which one wins. So, get out your notebook, girl.
To be fair, I doubt, and I have so many followers, but like I was talking to you about
So
this,
many followers.
I fucking
Basically
hate
famous.
when you post something on your story asking for either recommendations or some
And
fucking
no one-
shit,
yeah.
and no one responds. But so many motherfuckers are looking at it, and it's like,
Well, and if you just
fuck
post
all
like
y'all.
a picture of your food, they're like, "Oh my god, that looks so good." But I'm like, "Hey, can any of you tell me like a
when
good
I'm
tattoo
asking
artist?"
for a
And everyone's
legitimate
like,
thing. Like
"Tattoos, never heard of them."
one person fucking responded to when I was asking for a fucking tattoo artist in the area, and it was someone, and she's all like, "I've never been there, but it looks cool."
Thanks, Sharon. Well, but also here's the thing: like, you think I'm pretty? Obviously, I'm speaking for Katie. You think I'm pretty with every photo, and you comment, "Oh my god, so beautiful!" Oh, you slide in my DMs, but when I'm like, "Hey,"
When I need some
Yeah.
help, it's like,
yeah. Anyways,
okay. So first one,
men. You know what I
Men.
mean? Ugh.
two chalupas,
2 chalupas.
unseasoned chicken.
No, absolutely not. We have to come up with 2 other options. 2 chalupas.
A couple of dummies,
No.
opinion piece,
No, none of these. We gotta think of more right
two
now.
amigas with benefits.
Amigas? What the fuck are you
2
trying to say? It's
amigos.
amigos. No. These are good, but they're like a C. 2 chalupas has like a fun ring to it. I'm like, ooh, there's branding possibilities there. Like I feel like that could be a common household name. I'm like, there's strength behind it. It's powerful. Those other ones, like they sound good, but I'm like, they're just missing oomph.
2 girls, 1 podcast. I'm gonna put that. 2 girls.
That's hilarious. We're not putting that as God motherfucker up as an option, but
I
we
don't
could
know
just
if
make
we'll
that
ever
joke.
really get big in this just because you're not very good at doing anything. Like talking. It's not your
You've
strong
called me
suit.
not intelligent, not as smart as I think I am, and not good at things.
Not
That's
all
3
things. You just can't talk. To be fair, it's just recently. You just are like blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
running through dick, just nom, 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 nom. It's weird that whenever you hear someone be like, wah, 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 or like with their mouth, they're like, wah, you're not thinking like they're just munching through pussy. You're like, you just suck it. You never hear that noise and like, nom, 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 nom. You're not like, oh, you're just running. No one ever makes that joke. No one's like, oh, you're just running through. They're like, oh, you're sucking a lot of dicks.
Just eating butt.
Nom, 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 nom.
Okay, so 2
Talk about the
chalupas,
real sexism issues on this podcast.
2 girls, 1 podcast.
That is not a real option. Because
Tell
God
me.
forbid everyone picks it. I will not. No, hell no. 2 girls, 1 podcast. First of all, I am a man. Not much of one, but a man. Nonetheless.
Yes, you are.
You were going to say, boy, I swear to God, I'll push you out that chair right now.
Didn't say anything.
Big boy.
Fine.
Big boy.
We'll get rid of that.
2 chalupas.
2 chalupas.
Dos vatos. You know you like it.
No,
Come on.
I
Thought
like
I was
it.
your only vato.
that's not even how it goes.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Thought
Sing the
I
song.
was your only vato. That's not how it goes. Thought I was your only vato. Hey,
I sang it
baby,
too
¿qué
quick.
pasó?
And I went up on the note and set it down. That's fair. ¿Qué pasó? I do. I like that song. It's got such a
That's great.
It's just got a fun vibe. It's just like it's a real song, and it's not like a joke song like Lonely Island.
Yeah.
I like their songs, but like they're too jokey. That one, I'm like, that's like a legitimate song that's also just got some fun thrown into it. It's like Missy Elliott song.
love
Like
Missy Elliott.
she's very like when she was like, if you a big girl, take your ass back home or something. Like, what did she say?
If you a big one,
If you a big one, keep your,
put your clothes back on before
Yeah.
you start putting potholes in my lawn.
Woo!
Missy Elliott, if you ever see this, I love you.
Missy Elliott,
And
I am appalled by your fat shaming.
it's funny.
I mean, it is pretty funny.
Like
I
all
mean,
of
it
that
would be-
shaming stuff, it's like I like it as a joke. Like
I
obviously
mean,
I'm
to
not
be fair,
shaming
if you
like
to a real person were like, you're putting potholes in my lawn, I'd be like,
That's
yo,
fucked
that's
up.
fucking. But like, yeah.
I mean, I'd
it's
probably
just
laugh first and
it's
I'd be
just
like,
a
that was real
funny-
mean.
It's just a funny line, and also, I mean, it's her choice if she, in her song doesn't want to look at fat people. Like, we're not talking about real life. She's not going, hang them all, don't let them in the fucking.
To each their own.
Well, not really with the whole hanging thing. That's not a preference. That's murder.
Anyways.
Two chalupas.
Is that the only thing?
Two chalupas. Why is everything Spanish? Why is Spanish or
That's the way you
or
went.
shitty white things? It's not like
Because that's what we are. Spanish or shitty white things. Rice and beans.
Bruh. Nice. Rice and beans. Two chalupa. Why are they all food oriented?
Or we could call it Franken beans. Damn. Lil Franken beans.
Sounds like a kid's show. Sounds like a cartoon. Like Lil Franken beans. And they're like, we're gonna find a kite today. Is that a kite? No.
That'd be a weird kids show, considering Franken beans is dick and balls.
Is
The
it?
Franken beans, yeah.
Oh, a Frank. I was thinking Frankenstein, and then like you're switching Stein to beans.
Franken beans.
A Frank and beans. Well, it's also weird that a dick is called a Frank.
Like a hot dog.
No, I know.
Then why is it weird?
Because why are hot dogs called Franks?
There's literally...
I know it's called ballpark Franks. I understand. How on earth did it come to like? What if
the
I just?
person that
What if I?
created its name was Frank.
Yeah, that's weird. What if I just? What if I
I don't
created
know if
a?
that's true,
Yeah,
but I'm assuming that's what it is.
fuck you. I totally bought that. You said it quick, so I went for it. But like, what if I was like, oh, I'm just gonna start calling cranberry sauce Sharon? Like, oh, can you pass the Sharon? That's weird to just like call a food by a name, even if you discovered it. Which, by the way, no. Now that I think about that, that's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know.
It's just like a variation on a sausage.
Sausage.
Anyways, rice and beans.
Is that one?
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rice and beans.
And we could always have a plate of rice and beans in front of us.
No, it should be rice and the N. Rice and beans. Rice and
Yeah.
beans.
That's fine. We can swag it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could do the two chalupas and just spell it T-O-O. So it's like we're too much chalupa. Yeah.
Because we're too fat.
Whoa. No, because we're chalupa deluxe. Lux.
One more.
Rice and beans, two chalupas, and we have to do a not food oriented one. The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Unpopular opinions?
Nah. That one, I feel like we'd have to be
Okialism?
doing.
Okialism. Awareness.
You Google the word.
No, I didn't Google it. I came across it. Awareness of smallness of perspective. I just spit.
That's way too meta, bro. Also, hold on. Bloop. Because you're going to block my light. People got to see me shine, you know what I mean? Oh my God, I did it again. I winked twice. Oh my God. I'm not comfortable in front of a camera, douchebag, because that is like...
You're like one of those creepy older men who winks at everyone.
That's so insulting.
Unseasoned chicken.
Absolutely not. Also, I love how the Spanish things are like cool. My ear itched. I had to.
Well, to be fair,
And then the white things are like, you're an unseasoned. We could just call
America
it
hates white
mayonnaise.
people. It's a bad thing to say. I don't know if we can get into that.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be honest, America doesn't hate white people.
I just mean,
Depending on what narrative.
boo.
Depending on what narrative you believe America only loves white people.
True, but I feel like there's so many things where it's like,
Well, social media hates
now,
white people.
with,
Social
like,
media hates
social
white
media hates
people.
white
Yeah.
people. Karens.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, all of the making fun of white people is the same as like people making fun of other races. Like, I don't think it's necessarily horrible. I mean, I think Karens are funny, and like
It was funny.
we all know,
A
like
Karen.
a Karen, like it fits, right? But like it is just stereotypical racial shit, which is like fine. I mean, ultimately, as long as you don't take anything too seriously and you allow it every way, like whatever, it's funny. Some people are Karens.
Yeah, I think if you can laugh at everything.
Yeah, well, I think it also like
Like,
people act
every-
like calling someone a Karen. They're not doing it in like a mean or a hateful way. The same as like someone might call someone like a Jose or something. But like you're calling her a fucking a bitch.
Yeah,
You're-
essentially.
Yeah, you're calling her a bitch, stuck up, snobby, entitled, etc. Which, by the way, a lot of the videos
people
of
are.
Karens, they're acting
Are
that
Karens,
way.
yeah.
Yeah. But, anyways, rice and beans, 2 chalupas.
2 Karens. Karens R Us.
All white things are negative.
Karen and Karen.
Karen and Kieran. Kieran and Karen.
Kieran and Karen.
Kieran and Karen. No.
Kieran.
What else? Rice and beans, 2 chalupas. Oh shit, our batteries are about to die.
Shit.
Oh, we gotta think of our batteries are about to die. This is such a low budget setup.
I don't know.
Everybody was kung fu
we
fighting.
could just do 2.
Yeah, I guess that's
Plus, I
fair.
lost my pen, so I can't
See-
write anything else down. It fell, so
Well,
I can't write anything else down, and I'll probably forget it.
we could be real meta and be like, identical opposites, equal opposites,
Polar opposites.
polar clopposites, molar jopolites,
No.
tolar slopolites. There's gotta be a way to make that fun.
No.
I haven't hit it. I'm definitely not close, but there's gotta be a way. Polar
You're spending too long on this.
polar bears. And we could do a BARE and then just be naked all the time. But cold, so there's like shrinkage and your nipples and you're like, it's the polar bears. Welcome to the
You're dumb. That doesn't even...
polar bears. It's cold.
I mean,
What do you mean it doesn't make sense?
I guess it does make sense. I just don't like it.
Well, yeah, it's dumb. It wasn't
Oh.
like a serious suggestion.
Well,
Shit, we better wrap this up. Well, come on, polar bears.
pick one.
The candy shop.
The candy shop.
Ooh, we definitely got to get naked. Can't be the candy shop unless you're like actually eating candy all the time. But that sounds like a weird show.
I stopped doing that. I left that behind me.
That's your past.
I've gained a lot of weight over quarantine due to candy.
Well, also, it's just not good to eat candy.
That's true. It's just popping huge bags
Yeah.
of fucking high
Your
chews.
dentist is like, what happened? And you're like, I'm
Like, you
running
have
through blow
15
pops.
cavity. Oh, that's right. There's a lot of blow pops.
That's a lot of blow pops. I mean,
Now I look like a blow pop.
First of all, that's not true. Second of all, that's a funny way to. That's like a bitch. You look like a pumpkin. That line.
You
You
look
could be
like
like,
a
bitch. You
pumpkin,
look like a
bitch.
blow pop, bitch. I said bitch twice.
I mean, I used to look like a blow pop just because when I was really skinny, I had a big ass head, so I looked off, unproportional.
I think your head is pretty regular size now.
I think it's pretty big. God bless you.
Gracias. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I threw my shoulder out or something with that. I sneezed, but and it like.
Don't get old.
Not even old. I'm just breaking down. We're at hour 6. We should wrap this up. Come on, just throw out one random name.
Bukkake. Because we'll get a weird audience,
hold
but
on.
once they're here, they'll think one of us is attractive and they'll probably still listen to
The
it.
Kawasaki Bukkake.
The Kawasaki,
Kawasaki
Bukkake.
Bukkake.
Remember that. I don't have my pen. That's a weird thing to put.
Something with Bukkake. We'll think of it off camera, but I feel like we could do a fun play on words.
I also feel like with that, people trying to type Bukkake into Google
That's
and
the
not
best part.
get
Yeah.
something.
Type in Bukkake podcast and see if the podcast pops up first or a billion other things.
That might be great.
No, it'd be weird because it would be a problem because everyone would look us up, especially the men, and then they'd end up jerking off. And then they'd be like, I don't really want to listen to that podcast. I got other stuff to do. Yeah, it'd be a huge distraction. Or weirder, everyone who's listening to us just finished jerking off. And that's,
Or everyone listening to us is jerking off. Specifically to you.
Hi. Oh, specifically to me? Oh, that's.
Specifically to you.
No, that's.
We get a bunch of subscribers. They're like, we're your biggest
I
fans.
could never be like a cam model. Like, good for those girls, but like.
I could if I wore like a mask. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean that's different, but like people
And
who
if
just
I had
like.
a little bit of a better body.
Yeah, actually, I definitely don't. I'm a little soft right now. I feel like. One, I would just be too self-conscious. Two, if I wore a mask, maybe. But the people who don't do it with a mask, on the one hand, I'm like, good for you. You're providing better content. No one wants to look
but
at a
it's
weird
out
mask.
there
But also,
forever.
yeah.
I don't know who's coming across it. Like,
And some people do some dirty things on those. And it's just like, bruh.
yeah.
Anyways, we'll think of something with Bukkake. We
Yeah.
gotta go. We're running.
We're gonna put up those 3
Yeah.
on our social media.
Yeah.
Someone fucking respond to it.
Well,
That's
we're gonna
what-
put it up on a story so people will just be able to click.
I do that shit and no one fucking clicks.
Oh, I get
People suck.
People click on mine all the time. I'm just popular and shit. You know.
Anyways.
I appreciate my
All
fans.
right, guys.
God, I did it. I didn't wink. I did but like, at this point, I felt like I was doing it in a jokey sense. But now I'm realizing that I don't think it's coming across as jokey. It's coming across as like I'm actually not creepy, fool.
Anyways, like I said,
This whole day has just been
Thanks
you
for
talking
listening,
shit.
guys.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Catastrophic
You talking shit.
and this creepy
Catastrophic
guy
and
out.
Out. Oh, that's the douchiest thing. Catastrophic and this guy out.
Out.
Out. We're
Out.
out. Like.
Peace.
Just like.
Just. All right. We're really bad at ending these. How do we end these? Bye.
We're kind of bad. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. We'll just end it there. I don't know what to. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is long. Damn, we went for a long time. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Konnichiwa. Arigato.
Is that bad to do?
No, I was gonna
Are we,
do.
like,
I was gonna
mocking?
do all the languages. I'm not mocking anyone. What's What?
Adios.
Buenos tardes. Said
Good
that.
morning?
I said that. No, tardes is evening.
Oh, evening.
Wow. Goodbye.
Adios.
Adios. That's what I was looking for. I just
Come
couldn't
on,
think of it.
chalupa.
Dude, I'm an honorary chalupa. Yeah, chalupa by marriage, not by blood. You know what I mean? Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.